Hello, students. Welcome back. And you have a very important topic today. That important topic you can see colloids. Today we are going to start with colloidal state, colloids, sols. This is a very important topic and it has large applications, large number of substances around you which you are using, even you are eating and applying on your face, creams. They are nothing but colloidal in nature. The butter, the milk, the jellies, and if you see the fog, mist, clouds, ink which you are using for writing. So there are all around you colloids. What is the story of the colloids? How they were discovered? We have already studied in 9th, 10th classes, students, 11th classes, true solutions, suspensions, and there is another state in between them, which was called as colloids. So what we already know, students, already it is known to us. What is known to us that you are aware of that you are aware of true solutions. You are aware of true solutions. Then I am saying you are also aware of suspensions. You have studied this in 9th and 10th classes. If I put sodium chloride in water, students, you are saying that it is a true solution. Yes or no? Are you aware of this? If you put salt in water, you put sugar in water, it dissolves. And what type of solution we call this as? A true
True
solution.
solutions.
At the same time, you are putting chalk powder, mud in water, you are saying that it is a suspension. On what basis you classified them as true solution and suspension, students? Certain properties are aware of the true solution and the suspensions. Simply, if you try to filter it, you will see that the particles of the true solution pass through the filter paper, whereas suspensions, you see that the sand, the mud, that remains on the filter paper. This is already aware. We are aware of these things already, students. Now, what was interesting that Thomas Graham, I'm saying, students, Thomas Graham, Thomas Graham. He was studying. He was studying. What he was studying, students, in 1861. He was studying the rates of diffusion. He was studying the rates of diffusion, students, of different solutions, of different solutions, of different substances, rates of diffusion. He has made solutions of different substances. And what is the meaning of rates of diffusion? That these solutions were allowed to pass through. What he was studying was they were allowed to pass through what you call as, you have heard about, semi-permeable membrane. You are aware of semi-permeable membrane. You are aware of this
Yes, sir.
semi-permeable membrane, students?
Yes, sir.
So when I talk of the semi-permeable membrane, students, you are aware of semi-permeable membrane. What is this? You can see that animal bladder. Animal bladder. Animal bladder can be used as a semi-permeable membrane or cellophane paper or parchment paper. What he was studying, there were two types of substances he had. One he called crystalloids. Crystalloids. Substances like NaCl, sugar, urea. Substances like NaCl, sugar, urea, students, they are in the crystal forms. When you dissolve them in water, what happens? They are crystalline substances. He called them as crystalloids. He found they diffused fast through semi-permeable membrane. These particles were able to pass through semi-permeable membrane, and the rate was quite good, fast. Another type of substances he used were starch solution, gelatin, gum. And he found that they do not diffuse. They do not diffuse, students, or very slowly, even if they diffuse very slowly. They do not diffuse through semi-permeable membrane. And such solutions, he said, they are different solutions. Different solutions. He called them as colloids. Glue-like is a Greek word which says glue-like. Gum, you know about the gum, glue-like.
Yes, okay.
So he said that there are two types of the solutions which he is dealing with based on the rates of the diffusion, students. And this was in 1861, and he has given the name colloid at that time, students. But the question is that this definition very soon proved wrong. This proved wrong, students. This is important in science. We are all the time on science, what we are doing, student. You are aware of this. In the science, we are making something, some observations, and some observations then do not hold true, then we will change it. What was found is that if we change the conditions, then even true solutions can behave like colloids. For example, what they found? NaCl in water behaved as true solution. But at the same time, it was found NaCl in benzene. Benzene is a liquid, you know. It was behaving like a colloid. Now, they said the definition is no longer correct. But one thing was coming, that they started thinking why something is able to pass through semi-permeable membrane, why certain particles are not passing through semi-permeable membrane. What would be your answer on this? What would be the reason? What could be the reason, students? Here something is involved
Sir,
which
on the
gave
basis of the particle size?
absolutely correct answer. Semi-permeable membrane. What is a semi-permeable membrane, students? There are small pores in it which have definite size, very, very small size pores. If particles can pass through that size of the pores or not, that is the point. That means the colloids have got particles. We can say that the particles of the colloid, students, are not able to pass through. Therefore, the size of the colloid particles must be greater than the size of the particles of the solution.
Yes, sir.
So here something is coming. Every experiment gives us some clues, gives us some information on the basis of which we can give a definition of the colloid, students. Now you are aware, gum solution, starch, glue, gelatin, all these substances, they are different type of behavior. These substances, their solutions are showing different type of behaviors through semi-permeable membrane. That means the size of the particle is different. As we will study the other properties of colloids also, like Tyndall effect and other important properties which we are going to study, that they have charge, electrophoresis, etc. So there is a definite difference between the types of the solutions which we are coming now, what we call as Sol or colloidal particles. So colloidal solutions are born now. What we are saying, that you have a true solution, you have a suspension. Now you are talking of colloids, third type of solution, students, based on the rates of diffusion, but Ultimately, we are saying these are the size of the particles. Important point, size of the particle, students, which will decide through suspension or colloids. And you know, true solution is a homogeneous solution. Suspension is heterogeneous, students. There are two separate layers which you can see. But colloids also you can't see. But they're also heterogeneous system. Colloids are also heterogeneous system. So until in the solution, when I talked of the solution, students, okay, what you were talking, there is a solute and solvent, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So what you will say that in every solution you have two things. For a binary solution, we were talking about solute and a solvent, solute and a solvent. Solute is dispersed in the solvent. NaCl dissolved in water. You say NaCl is solute, water is a solvent. And now we are saying there is a colloid. Now here we have two things, important point. There is a dispersed phase, students. This is important topic for the exam. I'm telling you, colloids, there will be question definitely on colloids. Different phase, students, and dispersion medium. Dispersion medium, I am saying, students, solvent is replaced by the medium, dispersion medium, dispersed phase. Some particles are dispersed in a medium. So when I say starch particles are dispersed in water, students, so it becomes a colloid. It becomes a colloid. It is heterogeneous. So one substance is dispersed phase, another substance is dispersion medium in a colloid. In a solution, what you said, one substance is a solute, other is a solvent. Got the difference?
Yes, sir.
These are the terms which are important. I told you in chemistry is full of definitions,
Yes, sir.
full of certain terms which we use. But the first important thing is to understand the meaning of these terms. Once you understand, 50% problem is solved. If we try to memorize, students, it is not good thing. Cramming is not required, understanding is required. You must try to understand the meanings of dispersed phase, dispersion medium, so that our lessons become easy for us, students, easy for us. That's what I'm talking about. So here we are getting a definition of the colloid now. Can you form a definition of the colloid on the basis of the experiments, information which I gave to you, students? I have given you a lot of data for after experiments. Now, can you make a definition for the colloid? Tell me, can you come out with some definition yourself?
Yes, sir.
What is that? Now, tell me.
Colloids.
So, it's not necessary to write the definitions of the book. You can make your own definitions now, students.
Okay, sir. Sir, according to this, a colloid is a heterogeneous system.
Yes.
Heterogeneous system in which one substance is dispersed,
Yes.
which is known as the dispersed phase, in an other substance known as the dispersion medium.
Absolutely good answer given by you. So that's what I was trying to see, that your mind is becoming scientific. You are becoming scientific. So students, this is the way life goes. This is the way you people start thinking and forming your own definitions. The key is to understand that after experiments, lot of information comes from that. We are going to give the definition. Your answer was absolutely correct. Shivangi, thank you very much for giving correct answer.
Thank you, sir.
Shows you can do the things and you can understand science and have a scientific mind. Here is the definition again for you. A colloid is a heterogeneous system in which one substance is dispersed as very fine particles in another substance called dispersion medium. Students, those who try to cram the definition and write in the exam will be in trouble. Why do you cram? No need of that if you understand the material. How many definitions can I cram? It's not possible. So that was my point. Now, the question, the basic thing was the size of the particles, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And that is why I am talking of the diffusion, rates of diffusion through semi-permeable membrane. Students. Filter paper you are using in chemistry lab, it has bigger pores. Semi-permeable membranes have smaller and finer pores as compared to that. So the size of the particle which can pass through them. So here, the size of the particle in true solution was how much? Less than 1 nanometer.
Yes, sir.
And suspension is, colloids is having in between 1 to 1000 nanometer. And suspension is greater than 1000 nanometer. So here is that distinction, students. See, the size of the particles will make all the difference. And the properties will become different. Interesting. The size becomes bigger, the particles are becoming heavier, bigger mass, they will settle down. And there is a dispersed phase and dispersion medium. There are regular zigzag motion of the particles in a solution, and there is a hitting of the bombardment of the particles of this of the dispersed phase by the particles of dispersion medium, student. And also there could be charges on these particles. Interesting, charges on the particles I'm talking about. See, this is very important point in chemistry. Charges. You know that there are electrons, and if the electrons move from one point to another point, what is going to happen? So there could be charges, a loss of electron, positive ions, gain of electron, negative. All this is important part of the chemistry. The basic things which we have been studying and trying to see. When I will teach you general organic chemistry, you will come to know what I'm talking about, how the reactions are taking place, why the reactions are taking place, students. So unless there are some charges on the substrates, how attack will take place. All this is a thing to be understood. So colloids refer to dispersion of small particles. Size, we are saying 1 nanometer to 10 micrometer, student. Here I have plenty of examples of that. And these examiners are very fond of asking questions based on example of colloids. Because there is a question 2 years back, butter. What type of colloid is this? There's a question on paint. What type of colloid is this? Your blood is also a colloid. And because of that, they have properties which helps us in living in the world which we are living. Smoke is a colloid, we are saying. Fog is a colloid. Mist is a colloid. Clouds are colloid. Because clouds are colloid, student, there you can see a lightning. Lightning, you have heard about the lightning. And artificial rains we are talking about. They are based on these formation of delta. Formation of delta is a colloid, you see, you know, delta formation. All these, those glue gums and all these substances, ink which you are using, see, all this becomes a part of the colloids. Interesting that we never knew about all that.
So, sir, most of the things that we use in everyday life are colloids in some form or the other.
Yes, your milk is also, we will show you, emulsion. Emulsion is a colloidal solution basically. There is a fat, you know, which is also liquid, and the water is also liquid. So once we start trying to classify these types of, what type of colloids could be there, we will learn more about them. And there are applications of the colloids. All the medicines you are taking, they are colloidal in nature. You are taking syrups, you know, syrups.
Yes, sir.
And those cup syrups, etc. And what is the result of that? You have seen solution settling down, you shake it, they say shake before use, shake it well before use. The juices are all colloids. So everything around cream, butter, milk. So here we have given a lot of examples. Fog, smoke, and sprays. You are doing sprays. You are using sprays. Right now also they are spraying what you are spraying for this coronavirus and all that. What these are sprays, everything. They are all colloids of one or the other form. Your sprays. Smoke, dust in the air, milk, mayonnaise, pigmented plastics, silver iodide salt, toothpaste, and gold salts, liquid aerosols, toothpaste. So gas dispersed in liquid foam, whipped creams, Those shaving creams which you are doing, the creams, antiseptic which you are applying on your skin, students, gas dispersed in solid forms. Then marshmallows of tiny air bubbles dispersed in solid consisting of sugar and or gelatin. Liquid dispersed in gas, student, fogs, aerosols. Liquid dispersed in solid emulsions. Butter emulsion of water droplets in solid butter fat. There is a fat which is solid, and you have water inside that in the butter. So solid dispersed in liquid salts and gels, gelatin dispersion of protein molecules of gelatin in water, students. Blood. Your blood has characteristics of both a colloid and a suspension, making it a colloidal suspension. In its normal state, blood is a suspension which is a colloid. It mainly consists of red and white blood cells and lymphocytes suspended in plasma. Students, smoke. In smoke, solid is dispersed. In gas, what are those? Carbon particles, dust particles. So dispersion of finely divided soot particles in the air. Atmosphere is air. So here, plenty of examples have been given to you. Why I give lot of examples, students? Such questions are asked in the paper. And 1 mark question will be there. So we must know that what type of colloids are these, and we will study their applications also. Any doubt up to now?
No, sir.
Okay, the story of colloid is very interesting because we never knew that everything around us are colloidal in nature. The eye drops which you put in eyes, the medicines are made colloidal for reasons because they can be digested more easily. Once they become colloidal in nature, they have very large surface area. So easy interaction between different systems of the body once they go inside the body. Okay, next part of that. So we are aware of the colloid, students. Now we are talking of the classification of the colloids. What I'm going to discuss in this classification. Classification of colloids, students. Chemistry is full of classifications. Every time when we have elements, we said classify the elements based on their properties. So classification is done on many different bases. Here my classification of this is, students, the first classification I am talking is about physical state of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. The first one which here I am talking is classification of the colloid based on physical state. Physical state of what? How many phases I told you? Two?
Two phases.
One is dispersed phase, students. Second is
dispersed medium.
Dispersion medium. Dispersion medium, students. Now tell me how many states we have, students?
Sir, total 8.
Actually, what I want to say, the matter we experience is existing in 3 states: solid, liquid, or gas. So, what we are saying that they're solid, liquid,
okay,
and gas. Okay.
Okay.
Now, question is, supposing my dispersed phase is solid. Then in the solid, I can put what? Liquid, gas, and solid. I am not putting in nature, I will find these type of colloids. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
If I take solid, you can say there are 3 possibilities: solid in solid, liquid in solid, gas in solid. If I take liquid, how many possibilities are there, students?
Sir, 3.
3. In liquid, you put solid. In liquid, you put liquid. In liquid, you put gas. If I have a gas, how many possibilities are there, students?
Sir, for gas, only 2.
Only 2. Why gas does not exist? Why such a colloidal system of gas is not possible?
So because a gas mixture will form a homogeneous mixture, so it will not
The,
be a colloid.
the gases, intermix very fast. They are
Yes, sir.
diffusing in each other very quickly, and they will mix immediately. It doesn't matter hydrogen in nitrogen gas or nitrogen hydrogen gas, they will go immediately. So we don't have any dispersed phase or dispersion medium in gas. And gas is a homogeneous solution. That's what you are saying?
Yes, sir.
It is a homogeneous student mixture, or what we say, solution. So here we don't have, so total 8 types you have said, there will be 8 types of this. Here we have a table of that, students. Why is the need of the table? Because one question is coming every year on this. There is a question every year. I'll tell you what type of questions are coming. But let us see, the examples are very important, student. What I'm talking, examples. Total 8 type of the colloids. Here, 8 type of colloids based on physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. First, we are saying, for example, here you can say that dispersion medium is solid. And you put solid in solid. What we are saying? I am talking of 2 things, students. Dispersed phase, dispersion medium all the time in exam. So any question in exam, we have to specify these 2 things, students. Okay, this will become answer of my questions. You have dispersion medium. Supposing solid is my dispersion medium. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I put solid in it. Can you give me an example of that, student? Solid.
And solid. Sir, nowadays we have colored glasses that we use.
Okay. You have seen gemstones?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people are wearing those gemstones, very beautiful colored stones, red, ruby. You heard about ruby now? They are astrologers. A lot of people believe in astrology. And they are putting those things in their fingers, in the rings.
But sir, they are physically in solid state. So how can we say that they are colloids?
They are, that is what solid dispersed phase is solid, dispersion medium is also solid. What you have basically in the solid, there is some transition elements. There are transition elements which are colored, they are present in them. So those small particles are dispersed in the solid actually.
Okay.
Whatever solid they are made of, the color is due to the presence of certain elements, cobalt, nickel. They have colored elements which are transition elements. We'll see that in the chemistry of the transition elements. So that you are saying gemstones. Gemstone is the best example. Question has been given. Ruby, you have heard about the ruby?
Yes, sir.
They are very beautiful color. Unbelievable colors are there in that. So beautiful they are. That people in astrology are using those colors to ask the people, wear it for your good fortunes and all that. That I have no interest in this, but I'm only telling you. There are shops of these gemstones. You may have seen. Colored glasses, of course, you know about it. So when glass, when they make glass, color comes from what? They have to mix some, there are, as I said, transition elements which have definite colors. Cobalt, nickel. So these more transition elements are the colored elements. Colors are mainly in the transition element. We will see that in the transition state chapter of that. So we call them as what type of question is gemstone. What type of colloid is this, student? What is the name I have written? Solid sol. What they call it as?
Solid sol.
Solid sol. This is my thing. Solid sol is colored glasses and gemstone. Solid, that means dispersion medium is solid, dispersed phase is also solid.
Solid.
Next, what you do, that you have liquid, then what you will do, you are putting dispersed phase is solid and you put solid in liquid. You are putting solid in liquid, student. Solid in liquid, this is called a sol, S-O-L. How to remember it? Because the whole game is here remembering. Solid, L liquid, solid, SO means solid, L means liquid, solid in liquid, solid in liquid. You know paints? Are you aware of the paints, students?
Yes, sir.
A beautiful color paints, yellow, green, how they make it? There's a machine, if you go to a paint shop, you will say what color, okay. Now they are preparing it before you. Those paints, you know, there are solids. They have solids, dyes are solids. They are putting in some liquid. The liquids, you know, what type of liquids are used in chemistry as solvents. There is a smell of some acetone, alcohol or something like that. So in that they dissolve it. Your cell fluids, what are your cell fluids, students? Inside the body you have cells.
Yes, sir.
Cell fluids, there is a liquid, na?
Yes,
in the
sir.
liquid you have some solid. That makes a cell fluid. That is also example of the sol, students. This is called sol. Solid in liquid, student. Dispersion medium is liquid, dispersed phase is solid. Dispersion medium liquid, dispersed phase solid. Certain terms they have to be remembered now because this chapter will involve that. Question will be like that. Now if I put solid in a gas, student, solid in a gas, you have a solid, you are putting solid in a gas. Do you know example of a solid in a gas?
Sir, the smoke.
What is smoke? You know about it. Carbon particles, dust particles, and the air. Air is a mixture of gases. Solid in gas, students, solid in gas, they call it as aerosols. Important. Aerosols. Air. Sol of air. Solid in air. Solid in air. Air is a gas. This is solid in air. Solid in air. So you are having solid in air, students. Solid in air. Solid in air. Aerosols. So smoke and dust, all that are examples of that, students. Now what we have, our dispersed phase can be liquid. If I put liquid in solid, students, this is my dispersed phase, this is my dispersion medium, liquid in solid, they call it as a gel. What is that? You are aware of cheese, students, butter, students, jellies, they are all examples of this. What type of colloid? They are called gels.
Okay.
Butter, you know, liquid is present in the solid fat. There is a solid fat. Jelly is also jelly material. You see, there is a solid, and inside that you have some liquid. Cheese also, you see, water is present in the fat cheese. So this is a gel, students. This is what we have shown here: cheese, butter, jellies, cheese, butter, jellies. Then you can have liquid. What do you mean by liquid, students? You are putting dispersion medium, liquid, dispersed phase is also liquid. You put liquid in liquid.
Milk.
Example?
Milk.
Okay, correct answer. Milk. Milk is a liquid fat, na? Liquid fat.
Yes.
Present in liquid. So this is example of liquid. They call it as emulsions, students. We will study more about it. Emulsion. Actually, you know, to stabilize emulsion, something is required. What we call as stabilizing agent.
Okay.
Otherwise, what happens? You know, if you strong in the summer or something, keep the milk outside. What happens? It just gets spoiled.
Yes, sir.
वो क्या बन जाता है? पनीर फट जाता है,
Paneer.
दूध फट जाता है जिसे बोलते हैं.
Yes, sir.
Put a lemon in that, फट जाता है. So there is a stabilizing agent which is holding the two things together. Every time you will see there are stabilizing agents. So if once you remove the stabilizing agent, bas, that will be over. वो that is what we call as precipitation or coagulation. Colloids खत्म हो गया, destroy हो जाता है. तो वो चीज बन जाता है. And you are making milk out of the curd out of the milk, or you are getting cream out of the milk. तो वो सब क्या कर रहे हैं? उनके अंदर ही थे वो सब. तो कोलाइड्स को हमने तोड़ दिया. That's what I'm trying to say. Their stability of everything is important, but there are certain things now. They overheating कर दी, या temperature is there, or there is an agent which is stabilizing them. That's a protein which is present inside the milk. It's a natural thing. So emulsions, you have heard about emulsions, student. Oil in water, water in oil, that type of emulsions are also there. They need stabilizing agents. अब liquid, I am putting ये milk, hair cream are examples of emulsions. Hair cream you are applying. Now I am talking of liquid in gas, student. Liquid in gas, now you will say. You have a liquid as a dispersed phase, and you are putting in gas. Give me example of that, student. Liquid in gas.
Sir, the sprays that we use.
Sprays you are using. Yes, even the spray which you are using, what you are using for this corona crisis, what they are using. We are keeping at our home a spray. तो ये सब स्प्रे है. एंड विंटर में क्या होता है? आपके कार के ऊपर क्या आ जाती है?
मिस्ट, फॉग एंड मिस्ट.
देखो, फॉग एंड मिस्ट क्वेश्चन वाज गिवन वंस. फॉग एंड मिस्ट क्या होते हैं? व्हाट इज अ फॉग? हाउ इट इज फॉर्म्ड? Air inside air there are droplets of water.
Yes, sir.
But when the temperature falls, what will happen? That droplets of water are there in the air. वो कंडेंस हो जाएंगे, तो वो क्या बनेगा? फॉग, मिस्ट. विजिबिलिटी खत्म हो जाती है. Can you see that few feet visibility is there sometimes during the winter season? Always once few days are like that. Early morning if you are driving, the visibility goes. So वो कार के अंदर क्या बोलते हो तुम इसको? फॉग और मिस्ट आ गई, इसको दूर करना है. बहुत ज्यादा आ जाती है शीशे के ऊपर, मिरर के ऊपर. क्लाउड क्या है? What is your cloud, students? Water is present in air.
Yes, sir.
Or फिर if the amount of that water becomes more and more, then what happens? When they join together, those droplets of water, they become bigger, fall down on the earth in the form of rain. इन सबको भी क्या बोलेंगे? What we will call them, students? Aerosols.
Okay.
ये this is what we have to know. Question यहाँ पे आ रहा है. Cloud is a aerosol. अभी मैं क्वेश्चन बताने जा रहा हूँ, पहले इसको समझ लो. रट्टेबाजी नहीं करनी, समझना है. मतलब इनके यहाँ पे थोड़ी मेमोराइजिंग है, क्योंकि ये टर्म ऐसी है कि मैं कंफ्यूज हो जाऊंगा. एरोसॉल बोल रहा हूँ, जेल बोल रहा हूँ, सॉलिड सॉल बोल रहा हूँ, सॉल बोल रहा हूँ. सो these terms are becoming more and more. First time we are listening, so we'll need some memorizing part also, students, here. So fog हो गया, mist, cloud, your sprays which you are talking about are aerosol, student. Then there is a gas in the solid, student. Have you seen and experienced gas in a solid?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ पर?
सर वो जो फोम्स होते हैं।
हाँ फोम्स होते हैं, तुम्हें पता ना, दबाते हो तो दब जाते हैं।
यस सर, यस
बहुत
सर।
मजा आता है वो फोम वाले रबड़, रबड़ के जो गद्दे से होते हैं।
यस सर।
हाँ तो वो उसमें क्या हो, कैसे मतलब इतने सॉफ्ट होते हैं, तो वो दब जाते हैं, जब बैठते हो तो दब जाते हैं, दब जाते हैं। तो वो उसके अंदर गैस होती है, सॉलिड, सॉलिड कौन सा तुम्हारे पास, वो जो रबड़ होता है उसके अंदर एयर होती है, एयर होती है जो, तो वो उसके अंदर मतलब होती है फोम के अंदर ही। तो ये सॉलिड सॉल हो गया, सॉलिड सॉल। तो ये क्या हो गया, ये हमने कौन सा बताया, फॉर्म।
यस सर।
तो ये हमारे पास गैस इन सॉलिड हुई ना, गैस इन सॉलिड, गैस इन सॉलिड, सॉलिड सॉलिड। तो ये जो फॉर्म रबड़ है, ऐसे कुछ स्टोन्स भी होते हैं, देयर आर सर्टेन स्टोन्स व्हिच आर कॉल्ड फ्यूमिंग स्टोन्स, उनमें
यस
एयर हो
सर,
जाती है,
प्यूमिक
एयर या कोई गैस
स्टोन्स।
चली जाती है उनके अंदर, वो थोड़े स्टोन फूल जाते हैं, फूले हुए होते हैं उनमें, कंचा, कंचे देखे थे ना
यस सर, यस सर।
वो दिखता है उसके अंदर, कंचे में क्या होता है, ग्लास के अंदर वो एयर्स होती है।
ओके।
तो वो जब किसी टाइम पे बच्चे खेलते थे, वो एक दूसरे पे जब ठोकते थे तो आवाज सी आती थी ना, ठा ठा, वो मतलब बच्चे खेलते थे कंचे टाइप, ओपियम में स्टोन्स होते हैं, स्टोन्स होते हैं pumice। तो उनके अंदर क्या होती है, गैस इन सॉलिड होती है, गैस इन सॉलिड होती है। अब गैस इन लिक्विड जो होती है, देखो आपने गैस ली, डिस्पर्स्ड फेज है, लिक्विड मेरा डिस्पर्शन मीडियम है स्टूडेंट्स, लिक्विड इज माय डिस्पर्शन मीडियम, गैस लिक्विड में डाल दी। तो बताओ जब गैस लिक्विड में चले गई, तो ये जो शेविंग क्रीम करते हैं हम, क्या करते हैं, इसमें झाग सी निकलती है।
यस सर।
तो ये सब क्या होते हैं, इन्हें फोम बोलते हैं।
ओके।
तो ये जो फोम्स हैं, वो सोप लेदर, सोप लेदर, जो सोप से लेदर निकलता है, सोप लेदर निकलता है। देखो वो आप सोप सोल्यूशन पर स्ट्रा से करते हो, क्या क्या बनते हैं उसमें, बबल्स, सोप
यस सर।
बबल्स देखे हमने, बहुत हवा में उड़ते हैं वो, तो वो सोप लेदर, बच्चे जो खेलते हैं जिससे, सोप लेदर देखते। तो क्या करते हैं, सोप सोल्यूशन के अंदर आपको स्ट्रा दे देते हैं, आप फूक मारते हो उससे, तो वो बन जाते हैं सोप के बबल्स। वो फ्रॉथ, फ्रॉथ का भी हमने यूज देखा है, वो यूज होगा, दैट विल बी यूज इन मेटलर्जी स्टूडेंट्स, मेटलर्जी में मैं यूज करूंगा फ्रॉथ को। फ्रॉथ फ्लोटेशन प्रोसेस का एक नाम दिया गया, हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट फ्रॉथ फ्लोटेशन प्रोसेस? दिस इज
यस सर।
यूज्ड इन मेटलर्जी।
यस सर।
इन विच
सल्फाइड ओर्स के लिए होते हैं।
सल्फाइड और विच, जिंक सल्फाइड ओर्स। कौन
यस
सी
सर।
ओर्स का मैंने यूज किया, जिंक
जिंक सल्फाइड ओर्स।
सल्फाइड ओर्स का मैंने यूज किया था स्टूडेंट्स। तो उसके लिए ये सल्फाइड ओर्स के लिए हमने फ्रॉथ फ्लोटेशन प्रोसेस वाज यूज्ड टू सेपरेट द जिंक सल्फाइड ओर फ्रॉम द इम्प्योरिटीज, फ्रॉम द इम्प्योरिटीज। उसमें पाइन ऑयल का यूज किया था हमने। तो पाइन ऑयल था हमारा लिक्विड, पाइन ऑयल वाज यूज्ड इन दैट स्टूडेंट्स। तो हमने फ्रॉथ बना दी थी, फ्रॉथ बना दी थी, वो फोम सी बन गई थी, वो ऊपर आ गई थी। तो यहाँ पर हमने आपको बताएं कितने टाइप के कोलाइड्स हो सकते हैं, सब ऑन व्हाट बेसिस वी हैव क्लासिफाइड स्टूडेंट, फिजिकल स्टेट of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium and few more terms which are important। यहाँ definition से भरा हुआ टॉपिक, लेकिन इसका एक फायदा है कि दिस टॉपिक स्कोरिंग स्टूडेंट्स, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन डेफिनेशंस भी पूछी जाती हैं, तो हमें लिखना है बस, कुछ नहीं करना। देयर इज नो न्यूमेरिकल विच वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, ये हमें पता ही होना चाहिए, और थोड़ा मेमोरी पार्ट है इसमें,
ओके।
क्योंकि देख रहे हैं ये इनमें से एक नंबर का क्वेश्चन आना है। लास्ट 2 years में उसने पूछा था, बटर व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कोलाइड इज दिस, आइडेंटिफाई द डिस्पर्स्ड फेज एंड डिस्पर्शन मीडियम। पेंट का पूछा, फॉग का पूछा, इस तरह से किसी का भी पूछ सकते हैं हमसे, तो हमें वी शुड लर्न इट, दैट्स व्हाई द टेबल इज गिवन। अब देखो कि जनरल टर्म्स हमने क्या बताई स्टूडेंट्स, एक एरोसॉल होता है। अब इसने ये पूछा था क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज एन एरोसॉल, गिव वन एग्जांपल, व्हाट इज एन एरोसॉल। तो लिक्विड इन गैस है,
यस सर।
लिक्विड इन गैस है, तो इसका एग्जांपल देना है पेपर में। व्हेन आई से व्हाट इज एरोसॉल, यू सेड लिक्विड इन गैस, तो हाफ मार्क मिला। फिर इसका एग्जांपल मैंने लिखा,
फॉग, मिस्ट।
आपने फॉर्म दिया, फिर हाफ मार्क मिला, तब 1 नंबर पूरा हुआ। 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन होता है ये बस, लेकिन ये 2 पार्ट हो गए इसके। देखो CBSE गिव्स हाफ ऑफ मार्क्स आल्सो, मोस्ट ऑफ द हाफ ऑफ मार्क्स ऐसे क्वेश्चन आने वाले हैं आधे नंबर के। अब ये कह रहा है कि सॉलिड एरोसॉल है, सॉलिड एरोसॉल है स्टूडेंट्स, तो सॉलिड इन गैस है।
यस सर।
सॉलिड इन गैस है, तो एग्जांपल तुमने दिया ही है इसको, क्या दिया है सॉलिड इन गैस का? स्मोक।
सॉलिड इन गैस का स्मोक।
स्मोक का बहुत क्वेश्चन आता है, बहुत ये अच्छा एग्जांपल है। इजीली जो सर्टेन थिंग्स वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड एंड एक्सपीरियंस इजीली ना, जो कुछ ऐसे हैं जो डिफिकल्ट है, तो जो इजी है उनको तो हमें याद करना ही है, उसमें पूछेगा क्वेश्चन जो एवरीडे लाइफ में हम देख ही रहे हैं, एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं। फोम जो है, हमने कहा गैस इन लिक्विड है। फोम, व्हाट इज फोम? तो गैस लिक्विड में, गैस लिक्विड में आपके पास लिक्विड में गैस आ गई, लिक्विड में गैस आ गई, तो उसका एग्जांपल हमें देना है। तो सोप लेदर तो है ही है, सोप लेदर तो दिखता ही है, बबल्स, गुब्बारे जो फुलाते हो जो, वो आपने सोप सोल्यूशन के, वो तो हमें पता ही है, तो फिर दैट इज मच इजियर। अब सॉल क्या होता है? सॉल का मतलब था ना एस सॉलिड, सॉलिड इन लिक्विड, सॉलिड इन लिक्विड, एसओ सॉलिड, सॉलिड इन लिक्विड। तो सॉलिड इन लिक्विड के एग्जांपल तुम्हें पता है, पेंट सबसे अच्छा एग्जांपल है, ये क्वेश्चन आता है।
यस सर।
पेंट जो जितने बनते हैं आपके बॉडी में भी है, सेल फ्लूइड, सेल फ्लूइड, उसमें सॉलिड किसमें है? लिक्विड में।
लिक्विड में।
अब आ गया सॉलिड फोम। तो फोम क्या ही रहा, फोम के गद्दे तुम्हें पता ही है, रबड़, रबड़, तो रबड़ के अंदर गैस है, रबड़ के अंदर फोम, फोम वाला रबड़ जो तुम खरीदते हो, वो उसके पिलोज भी खरीदते हो फोम वाले रबड़ के, फोम रबड़ याद करना है बस, और क्या करूंगी इसमें।
ओके।
और ऐसे एग्जांपल जो हमें समझ में आ जाए इजीली। तो जेल, तो जेली, जेली, जेल, जेल, जेल कह रहा हूँ बार बार, तो जेली, तो इसमें क्या होगा? सॉलिड फैट होगी, सॉलिड फैट होगी बटर में, बटर में, बटर का क्वेश्चन पूछा था उसमें, तो उसमें क्या डाला तुमने? लिक्विड,
लिक्विड।
लिक्विड वाटर, जो भी वाटर, तो वो बटर बन गया। और सॉलिड एंड सॉलिड में तुम्हें ने बहुत एग्जांपल दे दिए, कलर्ड ग्लासेस के इतने सारे यूज कर रहे हैं, और जेम स्टोन्स के बता ही रहे। ये जो रूबी है, इसका पूछा था उसने, व्हाट इज रूबी? ये बहुत ब्यूटीफुल कलर का होता है, सॉलिड इन सॉलिड है, तो सॉलिड सॉल बोलते हैं इन्हें। तो यहाँ पर हमने एक क्लासिफिकेशन बताई है, जितने भी कोलाइड्स होते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, कितने टाइप के हो सकते हैं। तो ये सारी क्लासिफिकेशन जो हमारी है, ये इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द फिजिकल नेचर, फिजिकल नेचर। तो फिजिकल नेचर के बेस पे हम बता सकते हैं कि कोलाइड्स कितने टाइप के हैं। आप देखो, एक और क्लासिफिकेशन यूज हुई है जो ये शो करती है कि टाइप ऑफ इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन डिस्पर्स्ड फेज एंड डिस्पर्शन मीडियम। देखो, एवरी टाइम आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ 2 थिंग्स स्टूडेंट, क्या क्या? डिस्पर्स्ड फेज, एंड सेकंड कौन सा है?
डिस्पर्शन मीडियम।
डिस्पर्शन मीडियम। अब इनके अंदर इंटरेक्शंस होने वाली है, बताओ कि इंटरेक्शन क्या का, क्या मतलब हुआ इंटरेक्शन का? आई एम एडिंग समथिंग इन ए मीडियम, डिस्पर्शन मीडियम। तो यहां पर हमारा डिस्पर्शन मीडियम लिक्विड है, मैं कह रहा हूं ये लिक्विड है। अब लिक्विड के अंदर मैं डाल रहा हूं एक फेज, तो अब यहां पर हमने देखना है कि ये सॉल्ट्स के केस में हम बताते हैं, सॉल्ट्स में मतलब सॉलिड इन लिक्विड की बात कर रहा हूं। सॉलिड में डाल रहा हूं लिक्विड में, आई एम पुटिंग सॉलिड इन लिक्विड स्टूडेंट। तो ये जो मेरे डिस्पर्स फेज के पार्टिकल्स हैं, ये जो पार्टिकल्स हैं डिस्पर्स फेज के, अब ये इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं किसके साथ? लिक्विड को, जो डिस्पर्शन मीडियम के पार्टिकल्स। तो 2 पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं, क्या है? कि या तो दे लव द मीडियम, तो उनको बोलते हैं लायोफिलिक, दे आर सॉल्वेंट लविंग। अगर वाटर है मेरा मीडियम, तो उनको क्या बोलेंगे? हाइड्रोफिलिक। हाइड्रोफिलिक स्टूडेंट्स। तो दो टाइप के होंगे, एक तो लविंग, दूसरा क्या हो सकते हैं स्टूडेंट? इफ डिस्पर्स फेज इज सेपरेटेड, दे हेट, अगर वो दे हैव नो अफिनिटी फॉर डिस्पर्शन मीडियम, so they are what we are saying solvent hating, solvent fearing, तो उनको क्या बोलते हैं? लायोफोबिक। लायोफोबिक। तो दो टाइप के हम क्लासिफिकेशन में आ रहे हैं, एक होता है लायोफिलिक कोलाइड्स, एक होता है लायोफोबिक कोलाइड्स। सॉल्वेंट लविंग, सॉल्वेंट हीटिंग। तो जो सॉल्वेंट लविंग होंगे वो सॉल्वेंट क्या करेगा उनको? एज सुन एज यू विल पुट देम इन वाटर, द सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स विल solvate them or surround them। तो जो हमारे एग्जांपल्स हैं, देखो स्टार्च है, गम है, रबर है, प्रोटीन है, ये सब कौन से एग्जांपल है लायोफिलिक? स्टार्च, गम जो होती है, प्रोटीन्स होती है, ये पोलर मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, दे आर पोलर मॉलिक्यूल स्टूडेंट्स, प्रोटीन्स हैं। गम, ग्लू, जो भी आपकी है, स्टार्च है, ये सब लविंग है, लायोफिलिक है, लायोफिलिक कोलाइड्स। रबड़ है, तो ये सॉल्वेंट लविंग है, सॉल्वेंट लविंग है। और इनको इंट्रिंसिक कोलाइड्स भी कहा, क्या बोलते हैं? इंट्रिंसिक कोलाइड्स। ये क्वेश्चन आ चुका है, इसको मैं फिर मार्क कर रहा हूँ। उसने पूछा था व्हाट आर इंट्रिंसिक कोलाइड, लायोफिलिक नहीं पूछा था एग्जाम में, दे आस्क्ड हिम व्हाट आर इंट्रिंसिक कोलाइड स्टूडेंट्स। इंट्रिंसिक और लायोफिलिक सेम है, बिकॉज दे आर इजीली फॉर्म्ड, सो दे कॉल्ड इंट्रिंसिक कोलाइड्स। और सॉल्वेंट हीटिंग में जो हमारे मेटल्स होते हैं ना, मेटल्स लाइक गोल्ड सॉल्ट्स जो होते हैं, सिल्वर सॉल्ट्स होते हैं, और जो मेटेलिक हाइड्रोक्साइड्स होते हैं, गोल्ड के जो सॉल्ट्स हैं, वो विल टेल यू हाउ टू मेक देम आल्सो। गोल्ड के सॉल्ट्स होते हैं, बहुत फाइन पार्टिकल्स ऑफ गोल्ड होते हैं, बड़े कलर्स होते हैं डेफिनेटली, तो वो देखेंगे हम किस तरह के कलर्स होते हैं। ऐसे सिल्वर सॉल्ट्स हो सकते हैं, सिल्वर सॉल्ट्स हो सकते हैं, गोल्ड सॉल्ट, सिल्वर सॉल्ट्स एंड मेटेलिक हाइड्रोक्साइड्स, मेटल्स हैं ये सब, मेटेलिक हाइड्रोक्साइड्स। They are lyophobic in nature, they are solvent hating students, and they are also called extrinsic colloids. इनको क्या बोलते हैं? Extrinsic colloids. So ये they are not that stable. On standing they will start coagulating. They are not stable, and therefore you will need difficult to prepare lyophobic as compared to
Lyophilic.
You will simply mix starch or protein or gum and shake it, hot water. This will be found. But here there are special methods to prepare them, which we will also study in the coming classes. And we will also study some of the properties of these two types of the colloids, which we have told you, lyophobic and lyophilic, in more detail in the next lecture. तो फिर मैं तुम्हें मिलूंगा next class में, where we will discuss more classifications of the colloids. Then we will study their preparation properties as an important topic. Questions will be definitely asked in every exam on colloids, because they are having large applications and so many colloids around us. All your medicine, pharmaceutical, everything is colloid, the substances which you are eating. So we'll like to study more about them in the next lecture, and we'll meet you in my next class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.